When I lost my job, my wife laughed and left. She didn't know I was about to create something worth $20 million.
You can spend years believing your life is built on something solid, only to discover the foundation was sand the whole time. That's what happened to me. My name is Ethan Miller, and for years, my world was built on three things: my engineering career, my ambition, and what I thought was a supportive marriage. Emily entered my life like a spark, bright, confident, and utterly charming. She seemed genuinely fascinated by my work, my dreams, my future. At least, that's what I believed. We married quickly, building a glamorous life filled with luxury homes, charity galas, and picture-perfect moments. I worked relentlessly to maintain the lifestyle she adored, while she fit effortlessly into that world of curated appearances. But our marriage began to change, slowly, like metal bending under constant strain. Conversations turned into criticisms. Appreciation became expectations. Intimacy was replaced by image. Still, I pushed forward, convinced it was just a rough patch. Then, 3 years in, my career started to crumble. Tech Fusion, the company where I led an engineering team, was collapsing under competition. Layoffs were imminent, and the tension was suffocating. But I had a secret ace up my sleeve, an advanced encryption algorithm I'd been developing on my own time, with my own equipment. It was my lifeboat, a future I hadn't told Emily about because she never cared for the technical details. One Tuesday morning, the storm hit. My CEO called me into his office. Tech Fusion was being acquired. My role was redundant. I had 30 days left. I drove home in a daze, rehearsing how I'd tell Emily. Maybe this was the crisis we needed to bring us closer. Maybe our vows meant something. I found her in the kitchen and laid it all out. Her reaction, she laughed. It wasn't a laugh of disbelief. It was pure amusement. "Of course," she said, her voice dripping with scorn. "I always knew you'd fail." Those words didn't just sting, they severed something deep inside me. In that single moment, I realized the cold, hard truth. She never believed in me. She only believed in what I could provide. By the next day, she was gone, staying at a friend's house. By the end of the week, she was seen with another man, Jason, polished, successful, and everything she craved. 2 weeks later, she filed for divorce. She wanted the house, the car, half my assets, a piece of everything. She had no idea about my secret project, and for the first time in years, I felt a strange sense of clarity. While Emily planned a future without me, I quietly prepared for a clean break. My lawyer drafted an agreement. She would get the house, the car, and a large cash payout. In exchange, it was a full, clean separation, no future claims on anything I created. She signed immediately, convinced she was leaving a failure with nothing left to offer. She walked out of my life, confident she had one. But while she moved into a home filled with designer furniture, I moved into a tiny apartment with a mattress on the floor, a used desk, and my computer. And then, I got to work. Day and night, I poured every ounce of my being into that encryption project. Coffee replaced sleep. Lines of code replaced the pain. And then, it happened. A breakthrough. The algorithm was perfect. I filed a patent. A month later, my phone rang. It was NextGen Technologies, the same company that had acquired my old employer. "We heard you developed something unique," their CTO said. I presented my work in their boardroom, the air thick with tension. When I finished, the room fell silent. Then came the words that changed my life. "We want to acquire this. Name your price." My voice trembled slightly, but I said it. 20 million. They agreed. Weeks later, the deal was signed. The funds were transferred. It felt unreal. After losing everything, I suddenly had more freedom and security than I had ever imagined. I didn't make any revenge purchases or loud celebrations. I just quietly rebuilt. I bought a small, comfortable home, invested wisely, reconnected with old friends, and started hiking again. Life became peaceful, balanced, and free. But of course, the story doesn't end there. 6 months later, after my deal made industry news, my lawyer called. "Ethan, Emily is trying to reopen the divorce." She claimed I'd hidden assets and tricked her into signing the agreement. Her new lawyer was aggressive and relentless, but they were missing one crucial thing: the truth. My detailed logs, my equipment receipts, and our ironclad divorce agreement proved I'd developed everything after she left. The judge dismissed her case and ordered her to cover my legal fees. After court, she confronted me. Her flawless image was cracked. "You won't get away with this," she whispered. I replied calmly, "I didn't get away with anything. I rebuilt. You chose to leave." Her life, I later learned, had unraveled. Jason drained her accounts and disappeared. She lost the house. One day, she showed up at my door, desperate. "I made a mistake," she said. "We can start over." For a split second, I saw the girl I once loved, but that was all. "No, Emily," I said gently. "You didn't love me. You loved what I could offer." That chapter is closed. I offered her some money to get back on her feet, a final kindness, and I never heard from her again. 2 years later, my life is my own. I travel, I build things, I run my own consultancy. The other day, I saw a hotel clerk who looked a bit like her, but I didn't look twice. My past doesn't haunt me. I won the life I deserved, not because of the money, but because I rebuilt myself from zero. Sometimes, losing everything is the only way to find out who you truly are. Thanks for listening. If this story resonated with you, hit that subscribe button.